Hello and welcome back everybody. It's Complicated Relationships Reddit Stories. Hope you guys are safe and healthy. Now let's see what the story is about today. Was I responsible for her actions? Absolutely not. They were not okay. Did I contribute to an environment where our marriage would have been vulnerable to a relationship? Yes. It's time we listen to the story. Also, if you like this video, please give a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel.
I've been married for 12 years. 1 week ago today, I randomly saw pictures that auto-shared to our Google Drive that my wife had taken of herself. Looked like the kind she used to send me when I was deployed. They were a week old and I had never seen them. I scrolled through and saw 7 of the same pose. It looked like she was trying to get it just right. I got a bad intuition feeling in my stomach that she was involved with someone. I got suspicious and checked her phone and discovered another man that she had been hiding for a year and a half now. I will caveat the next couple paragraphs with, she says. They met during a 4-month training course. They got along, enjoyed talking on breaks, etc. Towards the end of the course, there was training that we both had to do that required us to be separated for 4 days at a time. First her, then me. During my training, her portion of the course was wrapping up. She and her friend met for drinks because they were about to go separate ways. They hugged goodbye, the hug turned into a kiss, he asked her if she wanted to stay a little longer, and they got a hotel. That was the only time they were together physically. Honestly, it is one of the only things I can believe because I found a message where he was talking about how it was only one afternoon, but he replays it in his mind all the time. The rest of the relationship was emotional, carried out over texting. A couple of his video messages I uncovered, he was telling her that he loved her. The most difficult part of it for me right now is what happened after I confronted her. I told her it was very important that she was 100% truthful if we were going to get through everything, and I opened the laptop and played the video. It took an hour for the whole truth to come out. Over the course of that time, she lied so hard to protect this man that I was in disbelief. First, it was an old message. Then, it was just a friend. Then, okay, it was a close friend and the message was old. Then, she admitted to texting but no pictures. Then, she admitted to pictures but just flirting and no real feelings. Then, she finally admitted she had physical relations with him and they were in love and still in love.
Every confession only came out because she got caught in another lie. She didn't know the extent of what OP had been able to dig up. So, when she would say something, he would shove the proof in front of her, catch her in a lie, and she would tell another one.
I'm not even going to pretend I had been super magnanimous or big about it. All 3 parties are in the military and married with kids. So, I had said that if she wasn't truthful, I was going to the chain of command to bring down careers, etc. I regret that now, but at the time, I was broken. All things considered, I think I was pretty big about everything. I didn't call her names, I didn't find the guy on social media and make him fearful of retaliation, etc. Ugh, I'm rambling. Still very much in pain and confused. My question is, how can we move forward? As neurotic as this might sound, I want to stay with her. It hurt me to see her in pain when she had to end it with the other man. I could see that she had a broken heart and I almost felt guilty.
Can I ever trust her again? Now, here is an edit before the update.
Our marriage was strained and we were seeking counseling. I was not perfect by any stretch of the imagination, so was I responsible for her actions? Absolutely not. They were not okay. Did I contribute to an environment where our marriage would have been vulnerable to a relationship? Yes. Does that give me the right to judge her for being a human and making a mistake? Was I coercive when I was trying to get her to tell the truth? Absolutely. I said I will put her career and his, our family and his, at risk. She was absolutely facing very real and ugly forces from me. Did I make it easy for her to tell the truth? No. So, yes, it would be super easy for me to expose everything, ruin her career, and forever change my children's lives. Or I could choose to be compassionate and at least try. For her, for my kids, and for myself.
All are telling AP to leave her, and he says it's still on the table. He wanted to try and see if he can save the relationship. Now here is the update.
Tomorrow is 3 weeks past D-Day. We have been recalled to our overseas posts, so we have a short notice. It has been a welcome distraction from just being at each other all the time. We've both reached out to therapists and have started individual and couples therapy. Unfortunately, given the state of the world right now with the pandemic, we can only do one session a week. I was lucky enough to have an in-person session, but the couples and her individual session have been telehealth online style. We also worked through a book about getting through infidelity and logged on dozens of hours talking about things. I think we have reached the threshold of what we can say constructively to each other at this point. Our communication has been better than it ever has, but we kind of feel like roommates at the moment. All our external issues, work, kids, school, move, etc., are pretty solid, and we've liked the uncanny way that we just go into team mode. So far as our beginning to regain any sense of being a couple or reconciling, it is going very slowly. One thing that we did learn in initial therapy and through the self-paced book conversations is that we are exact opposites in emotional reactivity and processing. I process things really fast, she processes things really slow, so that is frustrating.
Now she has been super transparent with OP and everything is wide open.
She has not tried to contact her AP. She told me that she felt compelled to email him maybe sometime, but she didn't. In one of our talks recently, she said that the longer it goes without their talking, the less she feels the need to, especially since she and I are talking nonstop. That was part of the need that made her vulnerable to this type of a relationship. The military kept us so busy when we were together, and I deployed a lot, so I wasn't really there for her to be able to open up to. It was only physical one time, and the rest of it was just friendship, emotional intimacy, flirting, and texting. So, time is slowly closing that up. At least, it feels that way. I'm still hyper-vigilant and paranoid, especially at night and in the morning for some reason. It's a slow process, I get it. Maybe it is just because I've been messed up and depressed these past 3 weeks, but I just want this to move faster, and when it isn't, it frustrates me and makes me hopeless. Just to be balanced, I did contact some lawyers regarding divorce proceedings. Since we were married in Florida, it's kind of weird. It is a no-fault state. You don't have to have grounds. Infidelity don't necessarily change the game like they used to anymore, especially if I don't move out. They can try to prove that I stayed with her and condoned it, is what I was told. I am seeking a second opinion on that, though. If I were to move out right now, I would be abandoning her to complete an overseas move with the kids, and I can't reconcile that in my own heart. I can't bail on my sons like that for any reason. So, once we get settled in Mexico City, I plan on talking to her, and if I don't feel that she is demonstrating her willingness and desire to repair the marriage, I may have to move out in order to maintain certain legal protections for myself in the event of the divorce. I don't want that. Telling my story makes me feel sick to my stomach, but at the same time, I am really paranoid about being hurt again because I know I won't fully recover from it.
That's all we have from the original post. Well, OP, she has repeatedly lied to you, and even faced with evidence, she doubled down until even more evidence was shown. Military marriages/relationships are tough. Do what's right for your children. They'll pick up on you and your wife's bad relationship habits and carry them over to their adulthood. A healthy and respectful break, even if it is just on one end, is better than two parents who lie and have little to no respect for each other. End of the story. Please like, comment and share the video with your friends. Also, subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon for more. Take care.